Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Thursday, April 23, 2026. Making the headlines tonight, victory for Key Calker, construction to proceed at parcel 815. Chang says GOB's fuel taxes generate an estimated $260 million annually. And for a second time, Trump nominates Belize ambassador. Congressional approval awaits. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
Get your body sculpted with gym equipment and accessories from Benny's. Quality and savings.
Altoona is one of the most visited Mayan city up until lately. The adjacent communities have collaborated together to see how they can get a space here that the wood carvers could actually market and sell their product. Not having the POS machine in the past, we have lost a lot of sales. Atlantic Bank helped supported our business, giving us the opportunity to get the POS machine. Now with the POS machine, we are able to do more sales, and that will, also bring more, finance to our families.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Bye, bro. Take a quick pic of you right here, bro.
Alright, wait a second. Why? By the looks of it, I think my phone done.
Bye. Please tell me, I want to use that thing again, bro.
If I be serious and I be honest with you, I can't afford to spend big money on phone right now.
Bye, but who said anything about spending big money? Smarter than that agree. They got phone deals, plans, they have everything that agree right now.
No, man.
But yes, it happen right now. Plus, they even have raffle and a raffle money, then a raffle TV, everything.
Well, I think we need to ride the agri right now.
Well, I agree. Let's go right now.
Visit the Smart Booth any of the 3 days from May 1st to 3rd at Agric 2026. Get amazing deals on phones and plans and your chance to win a cell phone, 55-inch TV, and cash. Smart, bringing people together.
Have a vision? We've got what you need. From idea to install, Brothers Habet. All your building needs under one roof.
The Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing advises the public of ongoing works for the upgrading of the George Price Highway between La Democracia and Belmont. A contract was signed for the civil works to reconstruct this segment of the highway, and the project is expected to be executed over the course of the next 3 years. The works include widening of the roadway, construction of passing lanes in industrial zones, traffic separation within village limits, scarification and improvement of the pavement and running surface, raising of the road in flood-prone areas, application of hot mix asphalt pavement, construction of major and minor intersections and a roundabout at the entrance to the George Price Boulevard, entry and exit points for the new hospital to be built, the construction of a bridge at Mount Pleasant Creek, and the provision of road safety furniture to modernize road infrastructure and improve user safety. Every effort will be made to execute the works in a manner that minimizes road user inconvenience. but all road users should expect and plan for travel delays within active construction zones. Please, drive safely. Do not speed. Do not drive under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Do not drive recklessly. Please be courteous, respect other road users, adhere to the direction of traffic safety personnel, and drive with due care and attention.
Belize, your voice is shaping our future. The Ministry of E-Governance is hosting National ID Project public consultations, and we're coming to you. Orange Walk, you're up first. Thursday, April 23rd at Central Park, 6 p.m. Come, learn, share, and help build a better ID system for all Belize. Then Belize City, it's your turn. Join us Friday, April 24th at the Biltmore Plaza at 5:30 p.m. Show up, speak up, because your voice matters in creating a smarter, more connected Belize.
A Mandala notice. Advertisers, sellers, and readers are advised that there will be no online Tuesday issue of the newspaper for Tuesday, April 28th. There will only be the Friday issue, which will hit the streets on Thursday, April 30, 2026. Happy Labor Day from the management and staff of Cremandala.
Welcome back with your news. I am Drea Espinosa. Keekalker villagers came out in the hundreds 2 days last week to protest against Parcel 815 being sold by the Ministry of Home Affairs. According to the information which emerged, the government received an offer from a nearby landowner for the land that housed the Keekalker police station. Construction was underway for a new police station on the property with financing from Kabay. After receiving the purchase offer, the government then halted construction, considering it did not need seafront land for the police station. It appears the plan was to use the money received from the sale to construct a police facility in Belize City. However, the Keekalker villagers staunchly opposed the sale, and now they are savoring victory. In a statement today, Belize Rural South Area Rep. Honorable Andre Perez notified that after consultations with the Prime Minister, the Keekalker Village Council, and the Ministry of Home Affairs, a position was reached and there will be no further negotiation for the sale of the land. He stated that he will, quote, work to ensure the project advances in a manner that respects the concerns of the community while also improving public safety, end quote. Chairlady Selene Villanueva said they were invited to a meeting with the Prime Minister earlier this week, where they were offered 7 things they consider their wish list. However, the villagers rejected the offer, choosing instead for the new police station to be constructed on Parcel 815.
They made a proposal to us saying that they could have given us 7 points. It's basically our wish list for Keekalker, things that we've always wanted. Or other properties in a trust. I can't remember everything at this point, but there were 7 things, and basically it is tax reevaluation for Keekalker, which has been pending for years. But these are things that would better improve our community, and it's what we called our wish list. It's this list that things that we've always wanted. We said we'd come back with this list presented to our community, and we did just that. We had a meeting on Tuesday. Of course, the community outrightly denied that. We had a vote of the members present at that meeting, and it was a resounding no that they didn't want those 7 things. There was no negotiations, as a matter of fact, for Parcel 815. What the community wanted was Parcel 815 and the police station to be built there, as that property was given from a private landowner to the Keekalker community, and it should be kept for that purpose only.
Villanueva says the community is asking for the parcel to be placed in the name of the village council. To keep up with the pressure, the council on Wednesday planned a motorcade rally for this afternoon. During the budget debate, Mesopotamia Area Rep. Honorable Lee Mark Chang delivered a spirited presentation that drew repeated interruptions from the government side. He outlined Belize's annual fuel imports and the government's earnings from hefty fuel taxes. Chang said the tax take amounts to roughly 15% of government's revenue, or an estimated $260 million each year.
Belize imports all refined petroleum products used in this country. Gasoline consumption is roughly 73,000 gallons a day. So let me break this down so we can all get an understanding of how much the government is collecting. 73,000 gallons a day times 365 gives you 26. Let me see, this number so big I can't read it good. 26,645,000 gallons per year. Government tax is roughly $4. So when you times that by $4, you get $106,580,000 on a yearly basis only on gasoline. If you include diesel, kerosene, and other fuels, Belize roughly imports 60 to 70 million gallons of fuel annually. Madam Speaker, here are the taxes charged on fuel per gallon. You have the excise tax, you have the ET tax, you have the general sales tax. All of them is taxed by the gallon. If they become a pint, they might do the pint too. After adding GST and environmental tax, the total government take per gallon often ranges roughly between $3.50 to $4.50 per gallon across the board. Let us use some conservative estimates. Estimated fuel consumption per year, let's say 55 million gallons per year, and you times that by an average tax and excise duty and GST of $4. The total annual revenue will be $260 million, Madam Speaker. That's $250 million. Over $250 million, not just over $250 million. When the Prime Minister sat on this side of the House, he knew exactly where those taxes were and how they were hurting the Belizean families. And still they hurt today. Now that he sits on the other side, suddenly reducing them is impossible.
The Prime Minister has explained that the fuel tax cannot be reduced, arguing that doing so would limit the government's ability to fund its programs. As she argued against the requirement of prescriptions for birth control, Anne-Marie Williams, who spoke as the United Democratic Party's head of the National Women's Organization at their press conference Wednesday, shared one example of long wait times at an NHI clinic.
Let this sink in. For more than 50 years, you could have safely and responsibly accessed birth control over the counter in Belize. This long-standing practice has enabled women to exercise autonomy over their own bodies and, of course, their sexual and reproductive health and rights. To reverse this access now is not only regressive, it is profoundly out of step with the lived realities of all Belizean women. Requiring a prescription for birth control imposes an unjust and unnecessary financial burden on women and adolescents. Just imagine, you have to go to a doctor, consultation $75 to get a packet of pills that would cost $10 at the base level. Now you have been using this pill for 2, 3, 4, 5, umpteen years, and you suddenly have to do this. Beyond cost, though, the policy creates barriers. Women and adolescent students will face longer wait time at the doctor's office and hours on end if you go to an NHI clinic. A friend of mine told me just yesterday that she had to wait 3 hours at Matron Roberts Health Clinic through the NHI to see the doctor for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes. She had to come 15 minutes before to get her pressure checked and calm down. And then she waited 2 hours, 55 minutes to see the doctor for 5 minutes. And then when you wait to see the doctor, think about it. he gave her 1 week, sometimes 3 weeks of medication. You have to come back. Imagine if you just got a job, or if you have a job where you don't have the luxury of getting time off. That's like half day.
U.S. President Donald Trump has officially nominated former South Carolina Lieutenant Governor 57-year-old Rudolph Andreas Andre Bauer to serve as the next United States Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary to Belize. The nomination announced by the White House on Tuesday marks the second time Bauer has been tapped for this diplomatic post. He was previously nominated during Trump's first term, though that appointment never reached the final stage of Senate confirmation. Bauer has a long history of legislative and executive experience, having served 2 terms as South Carolina's Lieutenant Governor from 2003 to 2011 under the then Governor Mark Sanford. Prior to his executive role, Bauer served in both the South Carolina House of Representatives and the state Senate. Most recently, Bauer briefly entered the 2025 Republican primary race for the U.S. Senate in an attempt to unseat Senator Lindsey Graham before ending his campaign in August of that year. The Senate Foreign Relations Committee has scheduled a nominations hearing for April 28. However, at this time, there is only one nominee on the list, though the agenda states that additional nominations will be added. After the break, over 2,000 farmers to benefit as Sembrando Vida Project Phase 2 launches. Stay with us.
Look here, your kitchen light there and you've been in the kitchen.
But I'm going back in there right now.
And the coffee maker?
Just to try to keep me the coffee warm for later.
Where did you know?
I'll try to think more to eat.
You know the more you open and close the fridge, it takes longer for the food cool.
Uh-huh.
For a hot day like today, it burns more energy. You the charge your phone right now?
No.
Plug it out then. You really only wash 2 Lee socks and 1 Lee shirt? You don't know what small load burn the same amount of electricity as large loads?
But this is my favorite shirt.
You have to be more energy efficient. Use large loads. This AC they blow hard. You know, if you keep the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius or higher, you burn less energy and you also keep the place cool. And for a nice day like today, turn off the AC, open up the house and make some fresh breeze come in.
You know what? I think I get it now. As consumers, we need to be more energy efficient and practice energy conservation.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
This is a learning experience, and this event is all about you guys. Give it a chance. Maybe a competition you partake in sparks a passion in you never knew you had. I had no idea how much I love coding until I actually explored it. We need more girls in IT.
In Belize, analysis supported by UNICEF highlights that girls between 15 and 24 use computers less frequently than boys. Regardless of whether they live in urban or rural areas, regardless of their family situation, the economic situation, or even their level of education. This gap matters because digital access today determines opportunities for tomorrow.
Be Like a Girl was never just about technology. It was about creating a space where girls can see themselves differently, where they can realize they don't have to shrink to fit into spaces. They can grow and transform them, where they understand that they are not just users of technology, but creators, innovators, and leaders.
The Social Security Board's new whistleblower reporting system makes it easy and confidential to speak up by reporting misuse of the Social Security services and benefits, including fraud, misconduct, false claims, and more. If you know of any unethical or illegal activity relating to SSB benefits, claims, or personnel, go to ssbspeakup.integrityline.com or use our toll-free hotline 0800-SPEAK-UP. 0800-773-2587. This confidential reporting system is a way for you to report concerns or incidents privately without fear of reprisal. Your submission is confidential and anonymous. The Social Security Board is committed to providing a secure, confidential medium for whistleblowing that promotes organizational accountability and enhances public confidence in our services.
Town Called Freedom and Mars Production present an event you can't afford to miss.
It's the Belize Music World Festival, Saturday, April 25th, 2026.
At the spacious Marion Jones Stadium. This annual event is geared to give you the very best in music, food, and artistry.
The Belize Music World Festival.
Headlines with two of Reggae World's very best performers. The one and only Mr. Singy himself.
Taurus Ride.
With the very first time in Belize, Reggae Prince of Reggae Royal Family,
Skip Marley.
I just wanna be close to you. With his band. And also featuring on this momentous event is Pen Cayetano with his band. And Jay Cass with his band. Yes, Belize, it's a full-on band show. Also backing up this show is DJ Jago, DJ Console, DJ Cad, DJ Smurf, and Clark, and Rasen Jaro. Firestarter sound. It's all hosted by DJ Dollar. So mark the date and don't be late. April 25th. Gates open at 7 for showtime at 8 at the Marion Jones Stadium. Ticket prices are bleachers $41. General admission $61. VIP $151. Ultra Boost $2,500. Also available. Cocktail tables for VIP area only. Sponsors are A Town Called Freedom, Mars Production, Monisco, Pelican, Travelers Liquor, BTV, Niche, Channel 5, Channel 7, Love FM, and Love TV, Trim Radio and TV, and Cellular World.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I can help right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
A Mandela notice. Advertisers, sellers, and readers are advised that there will be no online Tuesday issue of the newspaper for Tuesday, April 28th. There will only be the Friday issue, which will hit the streets on Thursday, April 30, 2026. Happy Labor Day from the management and staff of Cremandala.
During the Calakmul conference last year in Campeche, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum announced the second phase of the Sembrando Vida Agriculture Assistance Project. The initiative, launched by former Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador, was meant to support small farmers by providing technical assistance in areas such as biofertilizer production, seeds and tool access, and direct financial benefits. Some 2,000 farmers benefited from Phase 1, and a similar number will receive assistance under the second phase. Here is Agriculture CEO speaking at today's Phase 2 launch.
The Sembrando Vida project in Belize is a product of the commitments made by the governments of Mexico and Belize, signed on May 7, 2022, with the visit of President Andrés Manuel López Obrador to Belize. The first phase of the project was launched in June of 2023, benefiting some 2,000 small farmers. And so today, we witness the launch of Phase 2 of the project, with another 2,000 Belizean small farmers set to benefit. The Sembrando Vida project goals are goals that reflect sustainability and resilience in agriculture, improving the livelihoods of our small farmers by involving them in programs and projects that ensure and promote self-reliance in food security, rebuilding of the social network of rural communities, and recovery of the environment. This takes place through the planting and growing food crops and trees, which in turn ensure our food security and that we revive our forests. This takes care of two major problems that Belize shares with Central America: dealing with poverty and degradation of the environment, particularly deforestation. Sembrando Vida shows that Belize and Mexico share similar goals which include bilateral and technical cooperation in areas of mutual interest, such as boosting socioeconomic development and promoting economic programs in sectors such as those in agriculture.
In police news, a 39-year-old woman, Dulce Portillo, from Santa Elena, Cayo, has been remanded to the Belize Central Prison after allegedly launching a violent attack on a patient and a registered nurse at the Carl Huchner Memorial Hospital on Monday night after 8. According to reports, the incident occurred inside the hospital's surgical ward and began when a nurse was alerted by a relative that a woman was slapping a patient. When a nurse intervened, Portillo reportedly became aggressive, leading to a physical struggle. The nurse then fled the room to seek help from hospital security. Portillo reportedly chased the nurse with an IV stand when she attempted to return for her cellular phone. In court, Portillo pleaded not guilty. While the prosecution did not object to bail, Portillo was not able to meet bail and was remanded until her next court date on June 10, 2026. This week, the Firearms and Ammunition Control Board publicized the application procedures for firearm license requirements, fees, and payment. Francis Usher, CEO in the Ministry of National Defense and Border Security, said the move was to deter applicants from using agents.
As the board, we felt that was important to clearly explain, because while it's in the Firearms Act, you'd be surprised how many people, and shout out to the Attorney General's ministry, they have a very user-friendly website where you can go and search any and all of Belize's laws. So if you know what you're looking for, then it's all right there. But many Belizeans don't know that. So they wouldn't know where to look for information. And what was important to the board, in all honesty, being frank, was the integrity of the board. We didn't want to create this cloud of secrecy or doubt or where information was not available, because in that cloud, that's when actors and agents thrive. So we wanted to ensure that all the information is out there and that anyone who is desirous of applying for a firearm, they have all the information they need. So the public notice, the first one outlines all the different classes of firearms. It outlines the prices associated with applying for the firearms, and it outlines where to find the information and what information you need. So we just wanted to reiterate that you don't need to pay an agent to apply for a firearm. That was important to us. Yes, sir.
Citizens applying for a firearms license won't need to worry if they don't exactly have a clean police record. However, National Defense CEO Francis Usher explained that it depends on the types of crimes committed. On Wednesday, he explained the process of assessing an applicant's police record.
The board has exercised its discretion as the firearm control board. So on the board is constituted, I'm the chair. The way it's set up in the Firearm Act, the board constitutes a CEO of government, of which a CEO of government, a member of the magistrate appointed by the chief magistrate, and a member of the police department appointed by the commissioner of police. So currently the members of the board are myself, the chief magistrate, and Deputy Commissioner Bart Jones. So we have 2 attorneys. We have someone who is the chief magistrate, someone with police experience, and an old regular CEO with some firearm experience and military experience. We, as a board, deliberate each case collectively. Whether or not it's a straightforward case or not, every single case goes through the 3 of us. We deliberate it, we talk about it. It's actually a quite tedious process, to say the least. It takes a long time. To say that there is a standard for someone that might have a prior convictions or a prior police record for them to get a firearm, I can't say definitively that, oh, this is where we draw the line. But what I can say is that if you have a previous firearm offense or a previous offense that was violent or aggressive in nature, I hate to say like this, not even bother apply.
After the break, applications for multiple gun licenses will not be entertained. Stay tuned.
My bro, take a quick pic of you right here, bro.
All right, wait a second. Why? By the looks of it, I think my phone done.
Bye. Please tell me, I want to use that thing again, bro.
If I be serious and I be honest with you, I can't afford to spend big money on phone right now.
Bye, but who said anything about spending big money? Smarter than that agree. They got phone deals, plans, they have everything that agree right now.
No, man.
But yes, it happened right now. Plus, they even have raffle and they raffle money, then they raffle TV, everything.
Well, I think we need to ride the agric right now.
But I agree, let's go right now.
Visit the Smart Booth any of the 3 days from May 1st to 3rd at Agric 2026. Get amazing deals on phones and plans and your chance to win a cell phone, 55-inch TV, and cash. Smart, bringing people together.
The success of my business means a lot to my family, especially my brother, because I'm continuing his legacy, making butterfly art collages. It was very hard for me to receive payments. I had to go directly to meet the person I'm purchasing from and who I'm selling to receive payment. Because I opened my business account with Atlantic Bank, now I can make and receive payments online, and this has made my job much easier.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
We have 1,055 students, and so all of those students were exempted from the payment of tuition this year. In terms of the uniforms, it's only for Form 1 students. So each student got 3 uniforms, 3 sets. And in addition to that, the ministry also paid for their physical education uniform.
My mother is a single mother, so
At the time when I entered First Form, I wasn't the only one here because I also had an older brother, and it used to put a lot of stress on my mother. So when this program got implemented, my mother was relieved because now she doesn't have to worry about us all the time. Maybe in projects, but not in tuition.
I was about to come out from school because I was about to start working to help out my parents more. But after the program came to play, my parents lost that stress and I still continued school.
My parents don't have to stress out because they work jobs that don't pay as much as it should. But with the tuition, it really helps me and it really gives me the motivation to strive for something bigger.
This program is very important because everybody goes through things that they don't talk about, and some might be financial struggles.
It makes me feel good that the government is taking initiative in its students.
I know that the government is paying for this stuff. It pushes me to work harder because I know they have expectations for us.
Thank you very much. This has been a wonderful thing to many people. It gives them a lot of opportunities.
When the job calls, you need a truck that works as hard as you do. Strong, reliable, and built for the load. The Jack Freight Truck gets the job done. From the lumberyard to the work site, power your business with confidence. I can count on Jack to get the job done right.
The Social Security Board's new whistleblower reporting system makes it easy and confidential to speak up by reporting misuse of the Social Security services and benefits, including fraud, misconduct, false claims, and more. If you know of any unethical or illegal activity relating to SSB benefits, claims, or personnel, go to ssbspeakup.integrityline.com or use our toll-free hotline 0800-SPEAK-UP. 0800-773-2587. This confidential reporting system is a way for you to report concerns or incidents privately without fear of reprisal. Your submission is confidential and anonymous. The Social Security Board is committed to providing a secure, confidential medium for whistleblowing that promotes organizational accountability and enhances public confidence in our services.
The Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing hereby reminds the public of construction works being carried out for the expansion and rehabilitation of a portion of the Philip Wilson Highway from mile 8 to mile 24.5. Work is well underway. From mile 24.5 to the Lord's Bank Junction, upgrades will include hot mix, asphalt and concrete paving, wide shoulders on both sides of the road, a roundabout at the Borough Boom Junction, culvert installation, and large drains, the construction of bus shelters, road signs and marking, and properly designated junctions at the entrance of the Old Northern Highway, Maxborough, the HRCU housing community, and Los Lagos. From Lord's Bank to the Vista Del Mar Junction, upgrades will include expansion to a 4-lane highway with hot mix, asphalt and concrete paving, wide shoulders, sidewalks and drains on both sides, roundabouts at the Lord's Bank Road, Mirage Road, Billiken Road, and Airport Road intersections, designated pedestrian crossings, culvert installation and the clearing of the canal, installation of bus shelters, and road signs and markings. Every effort will be made to execute the works in a manner that minimizes road user inconvenience. But all road users should expect and plan for travel delays within active construction zones. Please, drive safely. Do not speed. Do not drive under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Do not drive recklessly. Please be courteous. Respect other road users. Adhere to the direction of traffic safety personnel and drive with due care and attention.
Amanda notice. Advertisers, sellers, and readers are advised that there will be no online Tuesday issue of the newspaper for Tuesday, April 28th. There will only be the Friday issue, which will hit the streets on Thursday, April 30, 2026. Happy Labor Day from the management and staff of Cremandala.
Francis Usher, CEO in the Ministry of National Defense and Border Security, explained today that the Firearms and Ammunition Control Board will not entertain applications for multiple firearms licenses, even if the applicant presents a valid reason. Usher said they would only consider swapping one firearm for another.
The board has seen applications where individuals have requested, oh, I already have a 9, but I want another 9, or I want 2 more 9s. If it's not a difference, the board has reviewed applications like this, and we have asked that, okay, no problem. We see that your request is legitimate. However, if you want the license for this 9, you'll have to surrender the license for that one. And the board has written letters to individuals that indicate this.
This week, the Firearms and Ammunition Control Board announced that the fitting of standard optical illumination and ergonomic accessories, which do not alter the mechanical function, caliber, or classification of a licensed firearm, will no longer require a separate application, permit, or prior approval. National Defense CEO Francis Usher explained there will be exceptions.
And this was one of the first matters that we deliberated as a board. And we came to a consensus rather quickly. In terms of a flashlight, a laser, a red dot sight, if I have given you a license for a 9mm pistol, and as not me, but the board has said that we trust you to safely and legally operate a 9mm pistol, these accessories make your ability to shoot, in theory, more accurate. Why wouldn't I trust you to shoot more accurate if I'm saying I trust you to shoot? So that was the thought process behind the accessories. That was the main portion of it. Another portion of it was we already agreed on that as a board. We dialogued with the police department, the Ministry of Home Affairs. They also agreed with it. And then we saw the volume of new applications that were coming in for an accessory on an existing firearm. So to us, outside of the logic behind saying that we trust you to more safely and more accurately use your firearm if you go to the range, it decreased the amount of paperwork. It made things less bureaucratic and more efficient for something that, if as a board we agreed that there were certain, now notice the law was very vague in describing what an accessory is. So we were very specific in which accessories would fall under this. There are other accessories that alter the velocity that a round comes out of the chamber, or compresses the noise, or compensates. Those are not allowed.
On February 2024, a moratorium was imposed on applications for licenses for .233 rifles pending an audit and review. However, there was no record that an audit or review was carried out. CEO Francis Usher explained that the Firearms and Ammunition Control Board decided to lift the moratorium. However, he explained that only specific situations would be considered when granting such a license. He said cattle farmers had complained, saying they needed to use the rifle to keep coyotes at bay.
Is the size of an ammunition. It's also the same size of a round, that's 5.56mm, which the military uses. So those are the difference is the amount, is the weights. It's the same size. The rifles can use either. There are just minor differences in how it's composed. There were bigger caliber rounds that were being approved other than .223, but the 223 specifically was demonized. We, as a board, decided to ask why. Why the moratorium? The only explanation we could get was that there was a temporary moratorium until an audit was done. So then we said, okay, what's the status of the audit? Crickets. Well, we were looking into all of the dealers, all of the there was an audit conducted, but the status of it, along with the all parties concerned, it was never finalized. So when we reviewed it, we said, okay, fine. We analyzed, and this isn't the board saying that, oh, okay, every Jack, Jill, and Susie could now come apply for a rifle. No, there are very legitimate reasons why people want to apply for these caliber rifles. And this was really the catalyst that changed or pushed us in the direction of this decision.
In December 2025, President Donald Trump issued an executive order directing federal agencies to begin the process of reclassifying marijuana with the stated goal of increasing medical marijuana and cannabidiol research and bringing federal policy closer to what many U.S. states were already practicing. While that order set the direction, it did not change the legal status of marijuana under the U.S. federal law. This week, the U.S. Justice Department and the Drug Enforcement Administration moved significantly further. In an announcement today, the agencies confirmed that FDA-approved marijuana-based medicines and state-regulated medical marijuana products are now being immediately placed into Schedule 3 of the U.S. Controlled Substances Act. It is the first time the federal government has formally shifted any marijuana-related product out of Schedule 1. At the same time, the DEA has scrapped the previous rescheduling process launched in 2024 and is initiating a new expedited administrative hearing to consider the full rescheduling of marijuana from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. That hearing begins June 29, 2026 and will operate under a faster, more structured rulemaking process that U.S. officials say is designed to reach a legally durable decision. Here's what President Trump stated back in December 2025.
This reclassification order will make it far easier to conduct marijuana-related medical research, allowing us to study benefits, potential dangers, and future treatments. It's going to have a tremendously positive impact, I believe. We're also asking Congress to reconsider its classification of hemp-derived CBD to ensure seniors can access CBD products they have found beneficial for pain. For decades, this action has been requested by American patients suffering from extreme pain, incurable diseases, aggressive cancers, seizure disorders, neurological problems, and more, including numerous veterans with service-related injuries and older Americans who live with chronic medical problems that severely degrade their quality of life. I want to emphasize that the order I am about to sign is not the legalization, or it doesn't legalize marijuana in any way, shape, or form, and in no way sanctions its use as a recreational drug. It has nothing to do with that.
While the move does not affect Belize, which does not have a legal medical marijuana framework, our tourism sector may need to prepare for U.S. travelers carrying prescription cannabis products as Schedule 3 medicines become more widely used. And a bus driver was the victim of a daytime robbery on Tuesday afternoon after being targeted by two armed men near the junction of Regent Street West and East Canal in downtown Belize City. The incident occurred at approximately 4:20 p.m. shortly after the driver had parked the bus. According to reports, the driver had stepped behind the bus when he was suddenly approached by two men who were dressed entirely in black. While one of the men brandished a black firearm at the driver, the second assailant snatched the driver's black waist bag, which contained approximately $400 in cash. The two culprits then fled the scene on foot. Police investigations continue. And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on this station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news, and remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize, and you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.